What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is part 3 of the series Why Men Find Homelander So Relatable. I have to say that this falls under the community guidelines of YouTube. I will credit the creator that made this compilation in the comment section below. Also, all credits go to Amazon Prime and Anthony Starr and the people that made the show. Anyways, let's get to it.
What the fuck? This guy? Again?
I did not know.
Shut it. You got rocks in your fucking head? Come here. The point is,
This guy again? What do you got? Rocks in your effing head? Yeah. That reminds me of some guy at work. A lot of the times, the monkey branches that you will experience will be some guy at work. It'll start off all friendly and we're just texting about work stuff. It's just work stuff we're texting about. Yeah. You're going to see like, this guy again, this guy, why are you always talking to this guy? Right? And it's setting up a monkey branch, right? So you gotta watch out. All women have like a work husband. Now, in the show, that has nothing to do with a work husband or anything like that, or setting up a monkey branch. Basically, she's working with a group of guys that are trying to take down what in that world is called the Seven. You know, it's like the Justice League, like the Avengers. And he's basically saying, like, you're working with this guy again. But that reminds me of, for example, you see your girl texting some guy from work, right? And it's like, this guy again, right? And that's what they do, man. Setting up a monkey branch with the work husband.
are not our most valuable asset.
Hey, Homelander.
Now, once again, I disavow violence. I disavow domestic violence. I disavow any type of, abuse. But a lot of women, with the things that they do, with the monkey branching, with the serial dating, with the texting some guy and deleting apps, with the social media, exposing themselves provocatively on social media, with the divorcing that they're doing, with the putting men on child support, taking all your stuff, taking all your kids, with the getting on sugar daddy apps, with the making PORN. They deserve that. Now, once again, don't carry it out. You'll go to jail. That's domestic violence. That's bad. In today's age, the only way you can put your foot down, in a sense, is removing your attention, removing your resources, and not participating in dating and all that stuff. But a lot of women, with things that I hear and the things that I've seen and some personal experiences, they deserve that. They deserve something like that, because it is insane the amount of just financial ruin that women put men in, emotional ruin, divorce, you take your kids, this, that. A lot of guys, they think it's going to be better, like flying in a woman from the Philippines or Latin America, and then she comes here and she does the same thing to you, right? She screws you over. And it's like, as a guy, you got to just suck it up and never do something like that. But we want to, right?
I believe you have a premiere of Tech Night Lives to go to. That is amazing. And you,
I remember one corporate job I had. There was this guy, totally out of shape, total weakling, and he just had these snarky remarks. He had, and like I could break his neck with my bare hands, right? And it's like you got to sit there and take it. In many of these corporate settings, whether it's a female boss or some little weakling douchebag guy, and you got to sit there and take it. And I can relate to that. I can relate to him. He's Superman in this world. He could laser that guy in half, but that guy has power over him. And you got to just sit there and take abuse, right? So that's just like in corporate settings. There's people they're above you, and they talk to you like you're a piece of crap.
my friend, are a true hero. Not because of what you do for a job, but well, because of what you've overcome.
Thank you.
No, you're just another useless fucking blind guy. This must be some kind of a joke. All right. I'd like you to do something for me, okay?
So in that scene, this Justice League Avengers group, the Seven, they lost a member of their group, and they were trying to find another guy to replace the member that they lost. And that character that he chopped him, that is like a daredevil type of character. He's like blind, but his other senses are heightened. And he's saying like, we're not going to bring in a cripple into the Justice League, into the Avengers, into, the most powerful superhero team in the world, the Seven. We're not going to do that. And, that reminds me of all of these diversity quotas, all of these participation trophies, in where the incompetent, you lower the standards for them. And I'm not saying Daredevil is a bad character. Daredevil is a badass character. He's, he has done like a lot of feats, a lot of incredible feats in the writing that they've done with Daredevil. But compared to Superman, I mean, he technically is like just a freaking blind guy. And no offense to blind people, but that reminds me of like this diversity quotas, these affirmative action hires, all of these participation trophies where you have to lower the standards for the people that are less competent so that they can participate, so that they can get the same thing that other people have worked hard to achieve.
Kill him. I do not need your fucking help.
Sure, you seem to be doing so well on your own.
For fuck's sakes, Ashley, don't look at him, look at me. Ashley! Look at me. Kill him.
So, a lot of times women are going to come into your life and try to change you. And that's what that reminded me of when he said, I don't need your help, right? And she's all trying to think that she knows what's best for him. And look, I'm not going to say that women don't have great suggestions. Let's just say you're drinking too much. Your girl's telling you, hey, that's not good that you're drinking. You're going out too much. You're spending money. You're gambling. Maybe you're using drugs. Maybe you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And she's giving you suggestions on, stop doing that. That's not good, right? I'm not going to say that all suggestions that women give are bad. However, many times women meet you, you're a specific way. You like to do specific things. And they come into your life to try to change you and know what's best for you. And then this is a catch-22. If you actually do change and you actually do listen to the demands that she wants, then she falls out of love with you, right? She doesn't like you anymore because you've changed, right? And once again, I'm not going to say that some of the suggestions that they have for men, for example, stop drinking, stop going out, stop gambling, or something like that, aren't great suggestions. But then there are other things like, you should sell your motorcycle. You shouldn't go to the gym so much. your diet is too strict. This, and it's just like they come in to try to make you softer, try to domesticate you. And then if you let yourself be domesticated, then they fall out of love. They don't like you anymore.
Right now. Chicks, right, Huey? Oh, for God's sakes. Come on, it's easy. Hands in the air, like you just don't care. Kill. You would know that freedom comes at a price. I mean, come on, guys. Nobody wants innocent people to get hurt. Of course not. Sometimes, well, these things just happen. You could call me.
So, many times people do get hurt in war, and they don't deserve it. They've been hurt because there are greedy desert merchants that want to take over the world. I know it sounds cartoonish. I know it sounds like, a little hyperbolic, but it is true. There are many innocent people in the world being hurt because there is another small group of people that are out for world domination. And yes, if a war is fought for land, resources, way back in the day, we all know this is part of human nature to try to conquer and try to discover new lands and stuff like that. Yes, people will get hurt in war. However, there are other types of wars where it's just abuse. It's just abuse. You are literally CIDE, right? That's evil.
You know, Ryan, when I was your age, I didn't have many friends either.
Mom says being lonely makes you know yourself better.
Well, it's not wrong, I suppose. Do it.
Being lonely does help you get to know yourself better. And you got to be comfortable with that. You got to be comfortable with constantly seeking approval, constantly seeking female validation. Yes, you should seek brotherhood. You should try to have a group of friends. For example, I've had the same 3 best friends for 15 years, right? So, and yes, I have many acquaintances and people I'm cool with, but you should definitely seek brotherhood. I'm not going to deny that, but this yearning for female approval, female love, female love is flimsy. Female love is, it comes and it goes. One day she loves you, one day she hates you. And you got to be fine with that. You got to be fine with being alone, being single, okay? And find purpose in other things, especially today in the culture that we have that don't have to do with marriage and dating and relationships and stuff like that. Maybe once upon a time, those were great options for men, but not today. And I understand that this life is not for everyone. This life of being alone is not for everyone. And it shouldn't be, because we do need people pumping out babies, right? Especially European people. People of European blood need to pump out a lot of babies. Because, it's not that anyone else doesn't deserve to have babies. The thing is that every other group is having babies, right? Every other group is having babies. It's Europeans that aren't. So we need them to, we need people pumping babies. Everyone can't live this life of being single and alone.
More incentive? Okay. You kill him, or I'll fucking kill you both. Do it.
I'll call you back.
Not interrupting, am I?
No, of course not.
Great. See, sometimes it's hard, Ryan, being superior to every single other person on the planet. It's isolating. And gods should not have to feel that kind of pain. You disobeyed my orders. Flap, flap, flap.
Yes. It is very lonely. And I'm not going to say being superior, you know. Everyone has their talents and everyone is better at certain things, better, you know, more talented at things than others. Some people are faster, some people are stronger, some people are more artistic, some people are smarter. But when you are, you know how to read inductive and deductive reasoning and you have critical thinking skills and you're an intelligent person, you're going to see the sheer brain rot that we're living in. Being like a high IQ person, and I'm not going to gas myself and think I'm better than anyone, but when you are high IQ and you go out in public and you just deal with morons, it is frustrating. And also, I like this part where he says, yap, yap, yap. Yes, when you're around women, it will be constant yapping, constant commentary, constant asking you to do something, constant getting you to go fetch something.
How's that little mouth of yours? Pancakes. Delicious. You know, I remember the first time I was in a crowd.
Probably didn't bother you.
I was terrified. I felt like I was drowning.
Well, what'd you do?
No. I took off. 80 miles down the I-9. Crying my little eyes out.
You cry?
Yes. But I'm a man, so not in a long while, but...
So as a man, you are human. You can cry, but you need to do it alone. This crying in public, this constantly getting on, expressing your feelings and stuff like that, it's not good. For example, the person that comes to mind is like Jordan Peterson. This guy is an emotional wreck. Every time he gets on camera, he starts crying. As a man, you can't cry. You are the leader. You're the leader of the family. You're the leader of humankind, right? You need to set an example. And you can't be crying all the time. You need to stay strong and really learn how to control and gather your emotions. Now, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't cry. Obviously, there's going to be times in life where you're going to cry, but you need to do it alone. At worst, you do it with another close male, a male that you consider a brother. You do it with him. Whatever's going on in your life, whatever strife, depression, anxiety, or whatever's causing you sadness, you need to do it at worst with another male you consider a mentor, you consider a brother, you consider a friend. But all in all, you should do it by yourself, number one, and you shouldn't do it often, even by yourself. You shouldn't be crying all the time. As a man, I know this sounds played out, but you got to be stoic. You got to be stoic, and you got to learn how to push through problems. Okay. And in regards to women, you got to learn how to stay, centered, because women are going to use crying and emotions and stuff like that to manipulate you. So you got to be careful with that.
Since when do you have friends?
Everyone just relax. Calm down.
know what you're doing.
Nope, you don't.
So in that scene, he imagined in his mind that he laser beamed the whole crowd, but he didn't actually do it. But he really wanted to, and he imagined it in his mind. And when you go outside and you interact with people, and you see how big and overweight people are, and you see how they're all in pajamas, and you see how they're all brainwashed, and you see how they all got TikTok brain, and you see how they have no manners, and you see how we used to live in a high trust society, now we live in a low trust society. When you come to the realization that 95% of people believe what the TV tells them, okay, that is sad, but that is true. Majority of people, what the TV says, that to them is reality. Okay, and when you come to that realization, you you literally want to like laser beam all these people and start over, right? And once again, disavow violence, never carry out any violent acts. It's just like a feeling. You relate to that feeling. That's what I'm saying. You relate to that feeling of wanting to do that because, our society is in decay. The politicians are mobbed up and paid out, and they're in someone's pocket, okay? And you got criminals going wild, doing whatever they want. They got all the politicians passing all these dumb laws, like if you steal under $1,000, it's you don't go to jail. It's all you get is a fine, and then you send the fine to the people's houses. They don't care. They rip it up. They don't pay it. So when you see that these are your countrymen, these sheeple, you want to laser beam them all. And once again, never carry out violence. I disavow violence. But it is a relatable feeling.
Yes, I do. I
No,
can...
you do not. You could not possibly understand. I was raised the same way as him. That kid doesn't know anything about anything. When he sees the outside world, he is going to panic. And that's going to fuck him up. You will tell me everything, and I mean everything. Every call, email, group chat. If a fucking light bulb goes out, you will tell me. Do we have an understanding?
Yes.
We can do anything we want.
Now I don't agree in having women be afraid of you like you are this maniac, you're a psycho. Obviously not. However, she needs to know in the sense that you're the boss and that she needs to report to you. And I know this sounds sexist or whatever, but it's reality. In order for a relationship to function, people need to stay in their gender roles, and the man needs to put his foot down, and he needs to be that way. And obviously not so scary and strict like that, but you have to do it. And then in this scene where he says, we could do whatever we want, I think that is a great belief, to have confidence in yourself and belief in yourself. But also know that there are genetic caps. There literally are genetic caps on what you can do. And you need to find your strengths.
And no one can stop us. Now that's a good feeling. A really good feeling. Oh, fuck. Life, huh? It's crazy. I don't need anyone but myself.
Okay, so in that scene, that was the doppelganger scene. It's going to get weird. The doppelganger. So in season 1, he deleted Madeline Stillwell. That was the woman who was like his girlfriend or whatever. So then he got a shapeshifter to pretend to be her. So he can have like imaginary, like he's still with her, like she's still alive, and he still has his girlfriend. And once again, that goes into searching for mommy's love. You're searching for mommy's love. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that. I wouldn't have that belief of I don't need anyone, right? You do need other people in your life. It is good to keep connections and friendships and relationships, but you gotta be confident in your abilities and what you can do, but don't think that you don't need anyone. Yes, be self-sufficient. Yes, be independent. Yes, try to be, you're a lone wolf or whatever. You do your own thing, but you definitely do need other people in life.
What did you do?
It's fine. It's a 20-foot drop. Relax.
Inhuman fucking monster. Come here.
Don't help him up. Let him do it himself.
I don't think he's breathing.
He's fine.
He's breathing. I don't think he's...
Look. See? Told you.
Are you hurt? Does anything feel broken?
For God's sake. Broken? Come on, look at him. There's not a scratch on him. A relationship. That's such a vague word. What does that mean to you? What, long walks in the park? A shoulder to cry on? Scissoring each other raw?
You lied to me.
What do you mean?
What is it?
So with the part where he was being strict on his son, I do agree with putting standards on children and prepping them up for the real life and not coddling them and not babying them. I do agree with that, but I also don't agree with being super strict. And I definitely do not agree with spanking and hitting your children. Nothing boils my blood more than people that hit their children. You weigh, let's say, 150 to 180 pounds, or, the way people are today, 250 pounds. And in order to get your point across, in order to convey your message, you need to strike this little 50-pound human being because you don't know how to reason. You don't know how to come up with other ways of punishing. You don't know how to come up with other ways of rewarding or, talking and really getting your point across to the child that you need to hit them like you're some kind of monkey or something like that. I really, really, really hate people that hit their children. That really bothers me. But yes, you shouldn't coddle them and be super lenient with them and let them do whatever they want. But being super strict or abusing them is horrible. There's this group of guys online. They go around catching online predators, and they embarrass them, they hit them, they smack them, and I love it. I love it. Anyone that hurts children, whether you're their parent, whether you're some sicko trying to have sex with them, you deserve to be hit, right? I really hate that. People that abuse children. Yeah, he was showing in that scene that his son is super, it's like Superboy, like him, and the mom is trying to coddle him and basically raise him into a wimp. You gotta, I'm not gonna say parenting is easy, but you really gotta find this middle ground where you're not being abusive and you're not being a monster, but you're also not being this like fairy babying the kid too much.
Deserves to know the truth. Like what you see. See how hot you are? Come on. How much you want this? How much?
So this is where the shapeshifter turned into him, saying like, look, don't you love yourself? Aren't you, look, you need me or whatever, and I can comfort you. And Just weird. This scene was very weird. A lot of things in this show, it's a great show, especially season 1 and 2. Season 3 was pretty good, not as great as 1 and 2. Season 4 kind of fell off, I'm going to admit. But season 1 and 2 were great. And there's a lot of weird stuff in this show, but that's Hollywood. And the creators of the show are Eric Kripke and Seth Rogen. I'll let you take a wild guess on what ethnicity they are. And those people from that ethnicity come up with a lot of weird stuff. Okay, I'm just going to say that.
See? You get disrespected over and over and over. That's what happens. I mean, how much shit is he supposed to take?
I mean,
That might be the next character I do, Taxi Driver. Yeah, that's another movie where, he's so relatable. And where society is crumbling, society is in decay, society is rotting. And it's like you're supposed to be okay with it. You're supposed to pretend it's not happening and just consume. Continue being a consumer and continue listening to the TV. And that was a great line that he said right there. Like, he's constantly being disrespected, and to what point is he supposed to take it? And it's true. In the corporate world, in relationships, you're going to be constantly disrespected. And that's just reality. And it's only so much that you can take as a man before you're like, yep, F this. F this consumerism and this, being on the rat wheel and, being in relationships and dealing with all that crap. F this, right?
this constant need to be loved by everyone is kind of pathetic, but yay.
You fucking...
I didn't throw a fit like that, but that is how it feels when you work so hard on an Instagram page, on a Twitter page, on a YouTube, on something, and you're trying to express your feelings, and you're being a little edgy, you're speaking the truth, and they delete your account because they don't agree with it because you're saying things you're not supposed to say. It feels just like that.
I love you. You say it back. Fucking lying to me. I'm at my wits' fucking end. With the lies. Oh, look at this. Look at these strong female lesbians. I'm inspired. You inspired?
Oh, yeah.
Girls, get it on.
Done. Girls get it done.
Sure do,
In
Ashley.
private.
I'm gonna suck your cock so fucking hard. So good.
Here we go with this weird shapeshifter stuff. Just weird. I didn't really like this scene. But it was a statement that he was trying to make that he doesn't need anyone. And that's when he went into like talking to himself in the mirror and stuff like that. Once again, it's a very flawed character. Character with lots of mental issues. And that all comes from his upbringing. That all comes from the society that he's in. Well, in the society that they're in, he's basically a god, but it mostly comes from his upbringing and where they raised him in a lab and they tortured him. They did experiments on him to see how strong he is. He never grew up in a loving home like Superman. And what's relatable about that is that with us, we can relate to the reason why we might have our issues and we might go through the things we go through and have the thoughts that we have is because we are a byproduct of our environment, the same way he's a byproduct of his environment, and his environment was being abused in a lab and never receiving love from his parents or anything like that, because he didn't have any parents. He grew up with with corporate people doing tests on him and stuff.
You're gonna look in your own eyes when you come. And it's not even gay if it's with yourself, right? I don't need everyone to love me. I don't need anyone. I don't need you.
Yeah, it's a good thing that he deleted that character, because if I had to deal that whole season watching him go, mentally masturbate with this shifter doppelganger, I was gonna be like, oh god, what are they doing to the show? But yeah, good thing that he got rid of him. Oh yeah, but I think that's it. It just ends there. Anyways, guys, that was episode 3. Why Homelander is so relatable. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go watch the other 2 episodes. To summarize, the reason why this character is so relatable is because just like you, who is a byproduct of the society that you're in, he is a byproduct of his upbringing, and that's why he's so messed up, and that's why you are the way you are too, right? Also, in that world, he's a villain, and what's relatable about that is that what is the purpose of being a good guy in today's age? Now, obviously, you should not do anything illegal, and you should not hurt people. However, the conventional good guy that does everything by the book, he's a gentleman, he's religious, he serves the military, he gets married, he's a Captain America, Superman archetype. That guy today gets walked on, spit on, screwed, divorced, bankrupt, played, okay, used, flaked on dates. And it's sad that we are in a society like that, and that we're in a culture like that, but we are, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much. See you on the next video, and I'm out.